March 25th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now,
Yeah.
Black Ink Radio.
All right, y'all. We ready for the Dynasty DM Extended podcast. What's up, y'all? So, we had some things going on. I've been experiencing some things and been around some things. So, today we have the brand success coach on that's going to be joining us later and having some conversations. And I thought it would be fitting to talk about burning bridges and branding. So, y'all know relationships are important in business, no matter what you do. So you got to be careful about them bridges you burn because you might not be able to walk back over them. Before we get started, y'all know how I do. I got to check in with Rich Mo to find out what happened, what he did last week. You know, he had me out past my bedtime. I'm still trying to recuperate from that. So, clearly, I cannot hang with Rich Mo. So what's up, Rich? How was it? I was at KOD on Tuesday in the building.
You gotta meet that. Something is playing it twice. Is this loud? Turn it down.
I don't know. Is it that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay. All right.
Well, you know, that wasn't
it. That wasn't it.
You on live? You watching live? You gotta turn it down.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, so it was dope. You know, you was there. You know, sometimes it's not that many people, sometimes it is, but it's still a vibe, you know what I'm saying?
It was a vibe.
You performed, you did your thing.
I did.
I got to hear, you know, Dynasty hit them vocals, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you,
Shout
Rich Mo, for the invite.
Getting her sang on.
It was dope. It was dope, yeah.
So it was a good look, you know, shout out to this weekend. You know, we have, it's a $1,000 contest this Saturday, same KOD.
Oh, really?
And the winner gets to open up for Dave East that night.
Okay.
Same night.
Nice.
They also get an interview with me. They also get rotation.
Nice.
So they get a lot for the little sign up fee.
The little sign up fee. A lot for a little.
A lot for a little.
Anything else? You had something going on. Did that start yet? It was some Friday thing.
Well, that was one night. Shout out to Mike Check. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We did the after hours over there. Heart of the City.
Okay.
It's called Atlanta Secret. You know, on Fridays from 1 to 6.
Okay.
Pull up on my boy Mike Check. You know what I'm saying? And,
Gotcha.
You know, tap in.
Gotcha. So that was dope. Okay. So how was the vibe over there?
Oh, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
All right.
You know, nice little after hour environment. They got dances and stuff like that. So it was all right.
And shout out to y'all artists that been hitting me up saying, where we gonna get how can we get on Black Ink Radio? Where can we get an interview? We got something coming up, right, Rich Mo? And we gonna let y'all know what's up. So it's gonna be a little bit more than that, you know. So just hold tight. We coming with it.
Yeah,
hold
we're giving
tight.
y'all a nice little opportunity.
That's right. So the opportunity is there, and we're excited about the event, or I would say the opportunity. Let me just say that. So just stay tuned. We got y'all. So y'all been hitting me in the DM strong, asking me questions, and I'm like, yo, I'm coming with it. Yes, I'm coming. We coming with it. Give me a minute.
Right.
So
Shout
what's
out to all
going
them
on?
artists. Y'all better be ready when the time comes.
Exactly, because y'all keep hitting me up. So obviously y'all anxious. So we definitely gonna get on that. So we're supposed to have actually our artist spotlight. I didn't send you anybody, did I?
No.
You got anybody that's popping?
For artist spotlight?
Yeah.
Yep, I could put
Hollywood is in the building.
I could put something on my hat.
Hollywood.
Out the Hollywood. What you got going on? Huh? No, they ain't getting no check.
Right. Shout out to Song Source Music Group.
What's in there?
I got snacks, y'all.
Oh, that's what you bought for us?
Straight edibles, baby.
Oh my God. He getting all kind of love today. Yeah. He getting all kind of love. He got that, he got
Lunch.
yes. No, that ain't no edible. That ain't no edible. You know I don't be doing. I know she ain't bringing that in here, so I ain't worried about her.
No, I ain't no snitch either.
She don't get down like that. I ain't worried about
You ain't
that.
gonna say nothing about that.
I ain't
Shout out
even
to
gonna worry
Lunch.
about that. Thank you.
Shout out to Lunch.
So we're not going to put them out there because they didn't sponsor. Well, welcome. Our guest is in the building. She has arrived fashionably.
Has she?
Fashionably
Oh, my
late.
God.
Fashionably late.
Wow, is she here for real? You need a microphone for us to talk to you. You don't even have a microphone, you have a headphone.
Miss, you need to get on the ball,
You
right?
are not prepared, man.
We got
I am
Miss
not prepared.
Tamiko drumming in the building. The brand success coach is in the building.
Well, you'd have to have on headphones to hear any type of love we just gave you. Because we gave you love.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, we did. Yes,
You're
we
welcome,
did.
Miss Late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is shocking because she's usually on time. I'm really
Right, I
surprised.
don't know what happened.
You do realize that it was raining and we are in Atlanta.
Well, it wasn't raining over here. It was pretty dry over here. Wasn't it pretty dry over
Pretty
here?
dry.
Over here, and I guess in the Gwinnett's area, it was pretty dry.
pretty
What'd you
dry
say?
up
It was
there,
pretty
too.
Dry? Yeah.
Coming from
Pretty dry in the roads that are pleasant. I'm paved with gold.
Got that. Right, okay. All right, so we gave you an intro. So now that you're here, we're going to, introduce you once again. We got the brand success coach in the building. And as we are talking about burning bridges and branding, I thought that was a fitting topic as that's something that has been discussed throughout over the last couple of weeks, some things that occurred just with different people in different conversations. I think people have to really understand, how their brand works, but also how you're working with other people in different brands, what that means, and also the relationships, that really are important. And I've had several conversations over the last couple of weeks, and the thing that seems to always come up is how important relationships are as it pertains to business and things that you want to accomplish in business.
Yes.
So it's probably not a good idea to burn bridges.
Probably not. No, that is absolutely right. Yeah, in business, you do not want to burn bridges because you never know who you might meet, who you might need down the line. So a lot of people play themselves.
Yeah.
And we've experienced it.
Yes, yes, we have.
It's like, you may think that you don't need me right now, but I promise you,
Later on, and when you burn that bridge,
forget about
you
it.
cannot
It's
walk
ashes.
back over it.
Ashes and dust.
So have you ever had, I'm sure you have, but what would you say an experience for you, either with your clients maybe, or even with your own business, can you think of an experience that may stand out to you in terms of you felt like this person, maybe across the line, or, you were unhappy with them, or they communicated improperly,
Right.
which caused you to say, I just don't want to deal with this anymore?
So there's several things because for me it's about money, right? So if you mess
Of
with
course.
my money,
I mean, that's Rich Mo's thing,
Right.
Money talk only, is that it?
Money talk only, yes.
listen, if you mess
If it ain't
with
about no money. You know what I mean?
if you mess with my money, I can't. Sometimes people get really greedy.
Right.
And I've experienced that with one particular individual, and she was about to lose me a lot of money, and so I burned that bridge.
Right.
I'm like,
right.
no, it ain't worth it.
Right.
Because when people are greedy, you ever
Yeah.
been around greedy people? It's not good. It's
So
not
what
good.
would you say, can you kind of describe a scenario? Because I think sometimes people don't understand how greed can work against you. When you're thinking you're too greedy, it can really work against you as it pertains to business or having a vision of how things could be in the long run. You might be wanting all this now, but you
Right.
don't realize how that can hurt you as it pertains to the
Now,
future.
can we talk hypothetical, or can I blow up the spot on that other person?
I mean, that's your choice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they go to
Blow up the
prom,
spot.
I mean, that's really up to you. I mean, hey.
But I'm talking about that thing that I seen that I showed you, and I'm like, yo, what's up?
Oh, but see, that's me. That has to do with me. That's
Ah,
not
okay.
your situation. That
Okay.
was my situation. I actually brought that up last
You
week.
did? Okay.
I did. I didn't blow up no spot because I feel like those who they are know who they are.
They know who they
You know what I'm
are.
saying? So if
She
they
ain't trying to
happen
give
to
certain
been,
people too much more fame.
exactly.
Right,
I ain't
gotcha,
trying to
gotcha,
give it
gotcha.
up like that. You know who you are. You know who you are. Like they say, all press is good press.
Right.
I'm not trying to give you that. I'm not gonna give you that. Nah,
Right.
you just know who you are.
Right. But there was with this one particular individual, we were doing business together with a group of ladies doing business together. And this lady just really got greedy.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars greedy.
Okay.
And it was just going another way. And I don't like to have to take things to the streets. But I'm like, let me.
You see how she said that nicely? She said that real nice thing.
I don't want to have to shoot you
I don't
now.
want to have to take things to the streets, and she, adjusting her clothes
like
and
a
whatnot.
motherfucking mobster.
Okay, all right,
I
you
had
know.
to, let's just say I had to put some blocks in place because if I didn't, it would have been some things. You can't mess with people's money.
That's right. That's
Especially
right.
when it's a lot of money. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Right.
Bridge is burned. And two, I wanna say this because I always say this to you all the time. Usually, people do not think that they may need you for something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they think, Tamiko is whatever, but they don't realize I don't want to say power, but there's pull that you have behind
Right.
you. But
Well,
because,
because
you
you're
don't
not
go around going around
boasting
talking
about
"Look,
it. Yeah, I got
this
this,
is
and I
who
got,
I
and
am,
I'm this
this is
person,
what I
and I'm
can
person.
do,
Right.
this is who I
It's
know."
called humility.
Right.
But that's why you don't burn bridges, because you never know what kind of bridges the person, other things this person can do for you. Like you said, you don't know what type of pull somebody got, so you could be burning the wrong bridge.
That's right.
You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's right.
You don't even know. Oh yeah, all I did was hook you up with somebody else this time.
Right,
But
right.
shit, I can know the president of a record label.
Right.
But
Exactly.
You didn't know that.
Right.
So now that I'm mad at you, I'm telling all the presidents don't fuck with you.
Right, exactly.
Guess what? Now your ass
now
can't
you
even get
basically
signed.
blackballed, and you don't even
You
understand
don't
why
even
they
know-
don't like
You
you.
don't even know why. You don't even
Yep.
know the connection that
Yep.
bridge
Right.
you burnt.
Yep.
Right. You're
Yep.
trying to make calls and they not answering because
Right.
Right.
You thought you was burning that little bridge on Peachtree, but you was burning in Empire State. You know what I'm saying? You was burning the biggest bridge in the goddamn
Right,
world.
exactly.
You stupid.
Right.
Exactly.
it was
Exactly.
worldwide.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I think that
that's all I'm
too.
saying.
Like in the past, that I'm noticing too, like the toxicity in terms of communication, because it seems like it's becoming like a way of communication, not just in personal relationships, but I think that people are kind of thinking they can communicate in a toxic way, even as it pertains to business.
Right.
And one thing about me, my respect is uncompromisable.
Listen.
And
It's
if
funny.
you disrespect me, and just because you're not happy with something that I say, or because I address something that you've done, and you clearly are in the wrong, but you don't think that, or you think you're above reproach,
Right.
and then you come back at me in a way that is toxic or, just derogatory, guess what? You have now disrespected me. And now, I don't want anything to do with you.
Listen. Sometimes people take too much drugs.
Yeah, let's drop that. I would agree. Sometimes I wonder, because like I think about like people that do, indulge in certain party favors, we're gonna
Right,
call them,
right. Party
drugs,
favors.
obviously. And it seems like maybe they're a little bit more irritable when they're not indulging
Right.
in those party favors. And then when you say something to them, they just like, you just, got a
They
chip
fly
on
off
their
the
shoulder,
handle.
like,
They
and you
fly
just
off the
knocked it
handle.
off their shoulder or something, like,
Right.
and it's like, what just happened here?
Right.
I came to you to talk to you about a certain situation, and now you on 10, I came to you on 1,
Right.
and you way up here.
Right.
And,
And all you gotta say is watch your mouth.
right, right.
Nicely.
Right, and then and I even tried that,
Right.
until I tell people, hey, bring it down,
Watch
and
your
I try and
tongue.
I try, and then I gotta let the Jersey Devil out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't be trying to let her out, but then
Right.
it is what it is.
I don't know. I don't like to raise my voice though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I don't believe you.
yeah, I think she can
No.
go
I think
there,
she's
right?
funny,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
No,
saying?
I promise
She don't like to
you.
raise her voice. You see how soft the guy?
Right,
She's
right,
like,
right,
yeah, 'cause,
right.
you know.
I don't, yeah.
I don't like to raise my
I
voice.
don't like to raise
Yeah.
my voice because if someone gets me upset, and I've gotten upset before, I will calmly tell them, I'm going to need you to back up. Back it up, or
It's going down.
or else.
Yeah.
You know, like maintain your space,
She said,
lower
or
your
else.
voice.
She said, or else.
That's
Right,
it.
I heard that shit.
So what about you, Rich Mo? Have you experienced, that type of situation or something that kind of stands out to you that you maybe felt like you might have been, working with somebody or showing them some love and, they
Well-
thought, oh man, you ain't all that, you know what I mean? So they kind of step across those boundaries.
I
And,
mean, it happens all the time. Like, especially in this field that I'm in now, just being at Black Ink, it happens a lot. People think they could do whatever you're doing better than you. When managing the shop or even in here, you have people that want to go to seas and I should be helping them. I should be doing this and I could do this and do that, and then they don't even realize, like, at the end of the day, it's like, just because you think you could do something better don't mean you can't.
right.
You feel me? And
That's
then
facts.
That's
facts.
Don't think I don't know when you're going to talk to people.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That is so true.
Yeah, and it's like I ain't gonna blow it up.
Right.
I'm just gonna know how to deal with you, and
Right.
which is not.
Right, exactly.
Listen, so
You won't even know why I'm not
Right,
dealing
yeah,
with
because
you.
I don't say nothing.
But
Silence
you,
is golden.
You see how smooth he is, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You know we from the Bronx.
Uh-huh.
Y'all don't talk about it.
But I have learned that silence is golden.
Yeah.
Years ago, I used to be the type of person that felt like I had to confront everything. If somebody did something, I got to confront it. And now it's like, I'm just like, it's not even worth it. Like sometimes, and she know, because we have she's like, did you say anything? I'll be like, no, for what?
It's not worth it. It's no sense.
You'll be more tortured when you sitting there and your phone ain't ringing and you trying to figure out what happened,
Right.
why Dynasty ain't talking to me,
Exactly.
ain't answering my phone. You think about that. You just sit there and think about that.
Right.
But me,
Or when you try to go, to certain other places and
because
wonder
just
why
like
you're not
you,
getting
Nobody's
through.
messing with
right,
you.
and just
Right.
like you, people call me and tell me, and they go, so and so was trying to get da 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 with me, and I found out you wasn't rocking with them.
Exactly.
And I'd be
Right.
like, oh really? Were they? And they was like, oh, they shut it down. Oh yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. We ain't doing that. You know. So they think they can sneak around you, but again, to me, it goes back to relationships and loyalty.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because they don't know, how long you've been cultivating those relationships.
Right.
They don't know the backdrop or the backstory of how these relationships were formed.
Right.
Correct.
So you don't have the same relationship. Like I found out somebody was trying to do some things as it pertains because they was in here in other places due to me. And then this person disrespected me, in a simple conversation that could have been simple. And they took it to 100, and now it's like, I'm like, okay, cool. Don't have no kind. And then I find out, I heard so-and-so, so-and-so was trying to bring this other person to me and do some stuff with this artist and blah, 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 blah. And they found out, wait a minute, Dynasty not dealing with you? Okay, so we're not going to do that.
Right.
And
Right.
it is what it is. So, like you said, you're not me, and you don't know how these relationships were formed or how they were grown or cultivated. You just think you just come in and be like me and get, what I'm saying, certain things. And that's just amazing to me. And it's sad that I feel like people are not thinking about that. And I'm seeing it more and more, especially I'm shocked as far as business. How people are really just okay with just kind of just burning that bridge.
I mean, some bridges need to be burned, but some people are stupid.
Yeah, they're not really business minded.
They're not business minded at all.
They're just dumb.
Right. Some bridges need to be burned, but some people are stupid, right? So, for instance, I know there's several bridges that were burned, right? But the individuals that burned the bridges, they were thinking above their pay grade, maybe I could say.
Okay. They think they're bigger than
They're
what
bigger
they are.
than what they are.
Right,
They're
right.
like in this delusional state.
That's the
So
drugs.
they come with hey, drugs is a hell of a thing.
Something wrong.
Listen,
high, so they be high.
They're way high. They too high.
Out of their mind.
Outside of the atmosphere, so they're not in reality.
Right.
So now they believe that, you know, being around you and cultivating relationships, like you said, like for some reason they think, okay, I'm gonna get rid of her, but this is still mine.
Right.
No, it's not.
Right.
You are delusional.
Right.
You are the weakest link.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Guess what? Bring it in, people. Nobody cares about you.
Facts.
Let me
You
ask
are
you
not
this.
that important.
Like, say, and then I've also heard of things like this. Okay, as we talk about this brand thing, does everybody seem to think they have a brand, even if they don't
Yes.
have one?
Yes. Yes. They don't know the definition of
No, I don't think they do.
So the thing is, the internet will cause people to think that they're greater than they really are, honestly.
Right.
And it's just too much. You will see people will get their 15 minutes of fame or 15 minutes or 15 seconds, whatever. They don't care.
Right.
Good or bad, they just want to be seen.
Right.
And you've seen some foolishness out there. I promise you have. Everybody's dancing. People are calling themselves coaches, and guess what they're doing? Everybody's doing the same dance. And then turn around and then do the little twerk
The
thing.
little twerk thing, right?
What does that have to do with coaching? I don't get it. Everybody's doing it.
So that's what the coaches are doing, the brands.
Yes.
You hear that? What's that?
People. There was one chick. I don't know how she got on my my IG. For some reason, I was following her, and she had the nerve. Everything was about a pole dance, and then she would end with a call to action. Hey, I'm having a coaching session. For
Wait a minute.
what?
Wait a
You're going
minute.
to teach people about business?
With a pole?
With a pole, yes.
So was she teaching the pole dance
No,
or
she
about
wasn't.
business?
She was teaching them about business. But to draw them in, the 15
use the
minutes.
pole.
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, they'll do anything.
So you think like now it's becoming more popular, which I think that we both have seen this, but
People do
you
anything.
work a lot in that area in terms of I just see it and be like, okay, which is it? What are you selling here? Like it's confusing.
it is
you know,
confusing.
you're out here, you got all this provocative stuff going on, you exploiting yourself, and then you say, I'm selling cookies. It's
Right.
like,
Listen.
so what is it?
It is so confusing because the thing is, let's just say this. Let people lose some weight, okay? Let them lose some weight, and guess what's going to happen? The clothes going to start coming off. There's going to be more twerking. There's going to be more, oh, let me show you my belly, you know?
I think that comes from the likes, like, you know, in terms of like once they see, let's say they put up a professional ad and they feel like they didn't get as many likes as they wanted to. But you probably got what you should have gotten because you got the people who are interested in your ad.
In your business,
But right, exactly. Versus, oh, I put on this skimpy outfit and I turned
And I have
around and I
a
sold
million
my
likes.
right now I
Right.
got all these likes. But are they making you money?
That's what people do not think about. They're not thinking about the conversion rate. When I talk to my clients, I'm like, look, let's focus on the money. Let's not focus on the likes, okay?
Right.
Because the right people are going to see it, and you want the paying clients, not the ones that just want to see you twerking.
That's right.
What does that have to do?
So they ain't paying for nothing.
You gonna buy my...
Right,
you
right.
ain't paying for nothing.
You ain't
just
paying for nothing.
You're being voyeuristic. You're
Right.
just looking, right? But you're not going to act and do something.
Right.
I want you to spend your money.
Right.
It's all about the money to
Right,
me.
right. Say it again, Rich Mo.
It's all about the money. Money talk only. You feel
It's
me?
right. No, it is all about the money.
I think also I've even heard this story, like the confusion as it pertains to branding, right? So you have someone who, let's just say you working at, and I'm just using this hypothetical, Walmart. Whose brand are you representing right now? And I'm saying working for them, not
Right.
an independent contractor doing
Right.
contract work. I'm saying you are W-2 paid by Walmart.
Right.
Who are you representing? What brand are you representing?
Well, the funny thing people don't realize is with any organization, and lean in, people, this is important. You are always representing your company. I promise you. So even if you don't have, it could be Wally Mart. Even if you don't have the tag on, but you have something saying.
No.
What?
If you work for Walmart,
Right.
who are you representing?
You're representing Walmart.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Pretty much all the time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, there's people that'll be like, well,
Let's say somebody hired them to do something.
Uh-huh.
They'll be at, let's say, Walmart, and then when they reach out to a Walmart client
Right.
and say something that wasn't supposed to be said, then they go, well, it's my brand that, is at stake here. It's not your brand,
It's
is
not.
it?
If you see what's been happening in the news right now, those crazy Karens. I hate to use that word because
Right.
my sister's name was
And
Karen.
my mother's name
Rest
is
in
Karen.
peace.
Yes,
right.
rest in peace.
But
Yes.
When those white people go out and start acting crazy, what happens? It goes back to their company. So it doesn't matter
absolutely.
if they're off the clock or whatever, they're not showing. Once people look them up, Google, right? And find out that they are a part
Yeah.
of whatever organization, guess what? The organization does not want to be associated with your foolishness.
Right.
Because you're representing their
That brand.
So it's one and the same. So fool yourself if you want to.
Right.
That is it.
Have you ever had that experience with Black Ink, Rich Mo?
Yeah, a lot. A lot. There's a lot of people who come here, they do photography, maybe DJs, all types of stuff, and it's like, even people with shows that, they use the Black Ink name to get in places, to do certain things, but then when they get in there, it's about them. And then, I've even had people try to tell me, like, they're getting far with stuff, and I'm like, well, you realize that it's Black Ink that's getting you in those places. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't forget that. You
Don't
feel
get
what I'm
it
saying?
twisted.
Yeah, do not, please.
Right.
So it's like, and it makes me, that's why it makes me watch how people use it. You know what I'm saying? Watch what they say, watch how they post, watch what they put on flyers, because,
Oh my God.
it's not, some people will just be here just to use it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you're not trying to build your own brand, then you shouldn't really be here. Or if you work for this brand, work for this brand.
Right.
And that's it. Don't stop trying to, do personal gain.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
work here and you the cleanup guy,
Right.
don't be somewhere saying you're a photographer and you work for Black Ink.
Right.
Because now it's like, oh, you a photographer for Black Ink?
Yeah,
no,
that's
you're
what
not.
they're going to say.
You're the cleanup guy for Black Ink, but you are a photographer on the side. Just differentiate stuff. Give disclaimers so that you don't look bad when the person brings you up to
When the
your
truth
boss
comes
or your
out.
people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If somebody come to me like, yo, so and so work for you? Yeah, you a photographer? No. He don't do photography? Yeah, he do, but not for us.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
different.
Then it's like I gotta embarrass you, and I don't want to do that because I don't like to do that. My thing is, if you represented yourself right, when they call and say, "Yo, does that so and so work for you?" I could just say, "Yeah." That's it. It's not
People
like
be doing that all the time, and you're
All
right.
the
Because
time.
they'll say, she work for Black Ink, and I'll be like, no, I don't work for Black Ink. I
Right.
have a radio show on Black Ink Radio.
Right.
I'll be correcting them quickly. I'm like, and they like, I'm like, hey, no, I don't work for Black Ink. I have my own radio show on Black Ink Radio.
yeah.
And they like,
just like with me, people used to try to he managed all the Black Ink, or he managed seasoning, or he managed the whole this and that. Man, listen, I manage the shop. You know what I'm saying? I manage the radio station. I do not manage his career. I do not manage the whole Black Ink. I'm not the man over Black. Oh no, none of that. You're not gonna put me in a position to where it looks like I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna correct you every time.
yeah, or making yourself out to be something that you're not.
Yeah, more than I am. I'm not. Man, listen, I made it to where I'm at. I like where I'm
Right.
at, and I like where I'm going.
Right.
And I'm just gonna always stay in my place.
Right.
You
That's
know?
what's up.
I got my own stuff going on, but you don't hear me every day on every show promoting my,
Nope.
what I
Nope.
do. You don't even hear my brand mentioned
Right.
on
Man,
here.
I didn't even know you had my favorite hit record out. You know what I'm saying?
feel
Money
me?
Calls, Close Doors. I was
You
sitting up
feel
here
me?
listening to the radio, and I was like, yo, Rich, who is this? He was like, was like, "Oh, that's me." I'm like, "No,
Yeah, I
get
don't-
out of here."
I learned from very young to keep certain things separate.
Right.
I used to manage artists, and I was an artist. So I remember I went to High 97, which was one of the biggest stations in New York, and one of the radio personalities that was there saw me in the hallway with a dude that manages big artists. So I had meetings with the dude that managed artists for my artists. And then, I've been on in big showcases with the radio personality. So one dude was like, "Hey, you know Rich?" And he was like, "Of course I know Rich. He's one of the dopest artists I know." The nigga looked at me and said, "You rap?" And he said, "How you know him and don't know he rap?" He said, "Because no, I know him because he managed these artists." And then the other nigga said, "You manage artists?" He said, "Well, how you know him if you don't?" You know what I'm saying? And I said, "Because I keep shit separate. I'm not going to be in my artist interviews talking about, I rap too."
Right.
Look, you feel what I'm saying? No, I'm here to negotiate for this man, and that's it. You don't need to know what else I do.
Right.
You feel me? All you need to know is that this nigga's dope, and that contract need to be right. That's it.
Run me my money.
That's it. Yeah.
But that's all in like how you're saying, like in terms of when you talk about the confusion in branding, and also when you're representing certain things. Like, everybody knows I'm in the insurance business. And it's so funny, like, I'll have people come up to me. I'm in a meeting, and one of my colleagues will be like, "Hey, so-and-so wants you to perform." And I'll be like, "Hold up. What are we talking about here right now? Ain't nobody talking about that." And then come to find out, she was in the office with the owner, and they start talking about music, and somehow my name came up. But I'm over here talking about you need the disability policy so that you can protect yourself in the event something happens to you.
Right.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? So it's like, and I like to keep my stuff separate.
Right.
As you should.
Absolutely. So, like on my social media, as far as my Instagram, my Facebook is all Dynasty. It has nothing to do with my other business. All that is music. Is all about the podcast. It has nothing to do with my other business because I like that stuff to stay separate.
Right. Smart.
So, Miss Branding Success Coach,
Yes.
we visited a place called Grits and Eggs Breakfast.
OMG, yes. Grits and Eggs Breakfast Kitchen, one of my newest clients.
One of your clients,
I
yes.
developed their logo and branding, and so I can't wait for that logo to be hoisted up on the building. It's in Vinings, Georgia. Check it out. They'll be opening in a few weeks.
So what would you say in particular for that client, would you say some of the things you may have suggested to keep, their stuff branded and not confusing?
Yeah, so what I think a lot of people don't realize what goes into branding. So when you develop a logo and then the colors, there's psychology behind that, right? It's not just, okay, these are my favorite colors, I'm going to put it together, and then, okay, this is what we're going to do. It has to make sense. UPS and all these other companies, it's a reason why they use the brown color, right? So you have to research with restaurants, what colors have something to do with restaurants, food, and just do some research, market research behind that. So the owner is kind of older, and he really didn't care.
Okay.
But when I taught him that, he was like, "Whoa," gave him brand colors, and he had all his color schemes. And so now when he's creating the websites, he's got his brand guide to send to people. Like, this is the brand guide. This is how we're going to use the logo, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it's dope. It was a great experience.
Yeah, we got a chance to go check out some of the cuisine.
Cuisine?
They're not open yet. They're not open yet, right?
No.
Yeah, they're not open
we
yet.
We got free food.
Where was my invite?
You should have told me.
You got free.
He
I
would
should
not
have told you.
have gotten up and been
I
over
should have
there.
told you
What'd you have
about
to
free food that you got.
He would not have
in the
gotten up
morning.
and been over there.
Why not?
You would have got up and came over there.
Yeah, where was it at?
Cumberland.
Cumberland, where's
It's in
that?
like Vining.
Where's that?
It's in Cobb County.
Cobb. Oh, I'm not a cobby.
Oh, we hungry,
I'm not a cobby.
Did you notice how she tried to
Kobe.
adopt to our lingo?
She tried. I'm sorry. It's not the same.
This is different than yours.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Not at all. It's not different. Call. Gwinnett, yes.
Do not frown your nose up at Colbert County.
So, do you have any advice you would give to people as it pertains to like business relationships and how you handle business relationships, even if it's a situation that you may not be happy with?
Oh, yes. Like we talked about before, you never know when you might need that connection, right?
Mm-hmm.
So always, even if you're upset with someone,
Right.
take a deep breath, and if it's your fault, apologize.
Yeah.
Man up.
Yeah.
Man up, woman up, whatever you want to call it, but actually take ownership from your behavior. If you knew you did something wrong, you know, be like, oh my God, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Right.
You know,
Right.
blame it on whatever,
Right.
but apologize.
Right.
It'll just make people feel a little better about you, the relationship.
Right.
I mean, y'all might not be as close, but they not gonna be like, you know what, don't F with this person.
Right.
So
Right.
it's up to you, but you never know. If you burn those bridges, you won't be able to. What can you do when a bridge is burned? Nothing.
Nothing, because you can't cross back
you
over
can't
it.
cross.
It's
It's gone.
Right, you can try to jump in and swim across the ocean or whatever, but you
Right,
might drown.
right,
I don't
you
know.
gonna
Or you
drown.
might get eaten by the sharks or
Alligator.
catch a parasite,
Listen,
an alligator. I don't
whatever.
know.
Yeah,
We
it's
just
gonna
made
be
that sound horrible, didn't we?
Yes. Yes.
It was supposed to.
right. But I mean, man up, apologize. You know, no one is. I don't even know what the word is. Just to say, I am sorry. You know, my bad. It comes across better than, you know, why you and trying
Yeah.
to blame the other
Yeah.
person when
Yeah.
you know you're at fault.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Well, it's accountability.
Oh,
Right.
accountability.
Pow.
Accountability.
Give it to him, bitch.
That's something a lot of people don't know how to do.
They don't.
Take accountability.
And you know what? I know back in elementary school in New York, I don't know about anywhere else, but
You feel me?
the teachers taught us cause and effect.
Absolutely.
Right.
So even growing up, I know, okay, if this happens, there's going to be an effect, you
Right.
know? So this caused this. You need to pay attention to things like that. But people don't think about it, and then they don't care until they need something. Then it's like, imagine somebody you burnt the bridge, they trying to call you. Stop playing, son.
It's not gonna happen. Right. Exactly. Well, at that point, because then a person would feel like you're just calling because you want something.
Exactly.
So you're not calling them because you really feel bad about what you did, or now you just realize I actually need this person and I want
Exactly.
something from them. So now I need to try to apologize, because then to me it's not sincere.
It's not at
No,
all.
this is
Not
out
at
of
all.
a need or
Right.
a want. It's not really a sincere.
They're selfish.
Right,
Selfish.
exactly.
Right.
But accountability is important. I think a lot of people don't hold themselves accountable.
They
They're
don't.
really quick to blame someone else for what they did wrong, or you know, and that's something I don't like, you know.
Or a lot of times they don't even, if they're narcissistic, they feel like it's not them, they could care less, right?
Yeah.
And so go on ahead and be narcissistic by yourself.
Right.
Because that's what's going to end up happening. But it's like you have to face your own self in the mirror. Like people are afraid to do that. It's like, yo, you know you messed up, right? You know you messed up. Just apologize.
Right. Yeah,
Nothing
I
wrong
was just
with it.
having a conversation even in my other business with somebody, and it was just amazing to me. Something like me, I hold myself accountable, but you're not gonna have unrealistic expectations of me,
Right.
because then I'm gonna have to put you on retainer.
Listen.
So, because if you want, you know what I mean, other things done, then that's called a monthly consultation fee.
Right.
So if you want me to handle certain things like that as if I'm a part of your organization,
Right.
then I'm gonna need you to pay me monthly for that type of service, you know, because you're not doing that. But I hold myself accountable even for things that, like in my other business, we do a lot of things. We provide a lot of complimentary services.
Right.
And I had to sometimes remind people, this is complimentary. You know, like, so some of the expectations are just truly unrealistic. When you should be saying, oh my gosh, this is a great service
And I
that I'm
appreciate
not
it.
paying for.
Right. Right, of course. You would think.
You would
But
think.
people don't think,
No.
and that's the problem.
No, they don't. They really, really don't. No,
They do
it's
not
just
think.
crazy. But yeah. So Rich, have you had that experience too with folks like holding themselves? How does that work in your area?
I mean, it just be a lot of blaming things on everything else but themselves.
Right.
So, and I noticed
Right.
that
Right.
when you notice people doing that, you have to say to yourself, all right, this person will never sit and take accountability. So, at the end of the day, I'm not going to try to make you do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just realized that if you're going to continue to blame things on everything else, it's either you're going to have to either fix everything else or you're going to have to go.
Right.
I don't got time for people that are broken and need to fix themselves.
Right.
Or need to learn to love themselves enough to be able to say, all right, I'm wrong, it's me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people are so afraid to feel that feeling that they'll put things on everybody else.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with looking at yourself like, yo, I
I
fucked
messed
up.
up. Right. Just
I
saying
fucked
did
up
it.
and I
Right.
need to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Own up to it.
yeah,
Right.
that's it. Like, just you can say you messed up and just show me the way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Or I know the way now. I messed up, but look, I'm gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just take that accountability and you'll be all right. But some people just can't do it. So
Not do it. They won't do it.
No, yeah. And they don't realize, because even, like, for me, even if, you said I screwed up or whatever, I may still give you another opportunity, because you held yourself accountable.
Right.
But I'm going to look at the whole picture, the whole thing, especially if it's about me getting a service from you. So if you provided me a service and I had this experience, too, with someone else, it's just been a lot going on. But, I won't refer this person to anybody else.
Right.
Because, one, you made some mistakes in the beginning of this process or this service you were providing for me, and you held yourself accountable on that part.
Right.
But then I had to look at how you have handled things throughout after the fact, and do I want people that I refer to go through this with you? And I don't want them to have that experience.
Right.
So you have to think about the whole experience. You might have made a mistake here or there, but it's also how you handle the whole service and how you're handling me. And I have a lot of people that see some of the things that I do and say, hey, Dynasty, where did you get that done at? Or who did that for you? Or and guess what? And know what I say? Somebody that I'm not going to refer you to.
Right.
That's my answer. Because I'm not going to have a friend or a colleague experience what I experienced.
right.
So people really need to think about that, especially in this world of social media and all the things that because all your stuff is out there, and people are looking for business. You're out there, you're looking for business. You want people to work with you.
Right.
And I'm sorry, just because you black, I'm not going to work with you.
Listen.
I don't care. It's not
Listen.
about the color of your skin.
Right.
It is about the service that you are providing. And if
Exactly.
you don't provide me with good service, I'm not working with you.
Right.
Feel me? There you go.
And when you have an apology, there has to be a change of behavior.
Right.
So to me, customer service is number one. You have to have processes in place to actually make sure that you are treating the customer the way they need to be treated.
Correct.
And it's frustrating out here in the streets. Not everybody listen, y'all. Not everybody needs to have a business, okay?
Right.
That's
So
true.
y'all need to stop.
No, that
I
is
know-
true.
I know
That's a very
everybody's
true
like-
statement. Everybody's not supposed to be in
Not
business.
everybody needs to have a business.
No,
you
that's
know?
very true.
A lot of people are not business minded, and so they don't think of certain things. Like you have
Absolutely.
to forecast, think future, not just right now.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I don't know what to tell y'all.
Well, I think that's a very profound statement in itself. You got to think futuristic, not just for the right now.
Not for right
If
now.
you're looking for just that immediate gratification, or you just thinking about, well, I treated this person like this now, you're not looking at the future business or how you're going to sustain your business. Most people
Right.
thrive off of referrals. Don't you get a lot of referrals,
Referral
Rich?
is king.
That's a fact. You said what now?
Referrals.
What
Referral.
about it?
You get a lot of referrals.
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
that's,
business
I mean,
thrive off of
listen,
referrals.
a majority, like word
Yes.
of mouth is one of the
Exactly.
biggest things in business.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you do, because the thing is the referral is the best because with a referral, they know you did a good job.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, go to my friend, he did mine, and this, that, and this. Or go to my friend, she did this, or whatever it is you do. Once somebody else say it, it's a cosign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's different
Yeah.
than somebody saying, oh, you know, I found this business card and I'm gonna call them. No, somebody's
Exactly.
telling you that this is a good place to go.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And for years, I was about to call you the government name. Sorry.
Like everybody else.
I'm gonna get one of them rubber mallets or something, and every time
Gotta hit 'em.
somebody, call me, but it's gonna be a big blue mallet, because that's my favorite. Cause I'm be like, bop, every time somebody call me by government name.
They all do it.
They be doing it right.
Yeah.
But for years, she knew I did not. I like staying in the background because guess what? All I had was referrals. All my clients came from referrals. I'm highly referred.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't have to promote myself.
Right.
I was being sustained only by referrals.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's to the point now when people come to me, y'all better, if you were referred, you better be ready with your money, okay? Because
Are y'all related? Is it the Bronx thing?
Bronx thing.
Is that what it is?
highly
Okay.
referred.
Y'all open
so-
y'all mouth and dollar signs just
Listen.
spill out.
So if you come to me and you're expecting me to tap dance and be like, this is what I do.
But let me ask you this, because you and I had talked about this, and Rich Bo, you can tell me how you feel about this. If somebody refers somebody to you, do you feel like you have to sell them on yourself? Like,
No.
No, you really
nah, you shouldn't
don't.
have to
You
do
should
that.
be
Once the
ready.
referral came through, all you gotta do is do your job.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of referrals.
I
You don't
agree.
have to say it so.
right.
Sometimes you can talk yourself out the money
Right.
Listen.
by
Right,
trying
right,
to sell
right,
it
right.
after it's already been sold.
Right.
Shit, they calling you. That's an incoming call.
Right.
That ain't no cold call. That's an that's
Right.
they already want to deal with you.
But listen,
Right.
I've had people who got it twisted. Like, they came to me and said, oh, you were highly referred. And then they wanted me to meet with, like, their business partner and, like, do a pitch.
And give you like
I
a
was
sales
like-
pitch or
Nah,
I was
you
like,
gonna
I'm
pitch.
sorry.
You gonna do that.
right. It's like you pitch me
If I was
as
highly referred,
somebody.
tell your friend
Right.
how highly referred.
Right.
you are.
Exactly.
Like, you already
Exactly.
saw my work. You heard about me from actual clients. Now, stop playing, please, people.
Right.
If you're highly referred, don't try to ask somebody. I didn't reach out to you. I don't sales call people.
Right.
I
Right.
don't have to.
Right. Exactly.
And that's just facts, y'all.
she said that's just facts.
Them
Well,
checks keep coming in, I promise you. And I don't sell call anybody. And you don't see me twerking on the internet either. Have you? I don't have to do it. First of all,
I seen a post and delete. I think.
I ain't seen nothing, man. Stop playing.
so do you have any advice to folks as far as the branding goes, especially when it comes to like the representation of your
Oh
brand?
my God. Yes. Listen, I tell my clients all the time, you have to know who you are, what your brand is, and stick with that, okay?
Right.
People want to know how they can support you. I'm looking at too many things. Where am I supposed to look at?
I know, right? You looking at the screen like,
Right,
I see
like,
my
where
sister
am I
I'm over
looking?
there. I'm looking over here.
Right.
I'm there. Okay.
You look here.
Okay, yes, people want to know how they should support you. So in order for them to support you, you have to tell them what to do.
Right,
Okay, so I am this person, and this is how you can support me. Call to action. Go to my website.
That's
you know,
right.
and they have to be clear. Be clear in who you are. So if you're a business person, there's really no need for you to be doing twerking videos. What are you selling? Are you selling booty twerking videos? Is that what you're selling? Or
It's
are you selling
confusing.
a course? I'm so confused out here in these streets.
Right.
So be clear. How do we support you? Oh, I'm selling kids vitamins, but here goes the pole. Really? Stop. And on TikTok, y'all doing the same dance. Everybody think they can dance now. I can't with y'all. Stop playing. But and listen, y'all. Just because you have a couple of followers because you've been twerking, it does not mean companies want to use you. You're not an influencer
Right.
for them to buy products.
Right.
You know, don't get it twisted. I really need y'all to focus on what your brand is, who you are, and how you making money.
Right.
Y'all not
Right.
gonna be out there broke
Right.
and acting like you an influencer.
Right.
I have people who they'll have 900 followers talking about their What public figure? Stop playing.
Okay.
Stop playing. Who you're influencing.
Right.
Like, be true to yourself, seriously. And stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Now, did y'all get all that? Okay, let's give us some bombs on that one.
Stay in your lane. No, but too far. Like, Dynasty, you've been in the music industry for a minute. Rich Mo's been in the music industry for a minute. There'll be people just up and coming, and they think, y'all right here. When you circled the track a couple of times, but just because they think they see you right here.
And there's still so much to learn.
Right.
You know, and Rich Mo and I were talking about that. It's just still so much to learn. And I really feel, and I was having this conversation yesterday, great leaders are great learners. If you consider yourself a leader, you cannot ever stop thinking you can ever think you know it all.
Right.
And if you are not open to even just listen or even consider other ideas, when I tell you I'm learning so much, and again, I had to shout out to Song Source Music Group, who is, I'm learning so much about just getting one record where you want it to go.
Right.
You know, and these artists, we got some stuff coming that, you know, we definitely want to help educate you and enlighten you.
Right.
Because it is not just about putting stuff out there on Spotify or on YouTube or on, you know, any of these platforms. It's so much more to it than that in terms of marketing your music and getting your music where you want it to go.
Right.
And I am really an advocate for education, you know, in both of the businesses that I happen to be in. So I implore you to stay tuned to Rich Mo and myself and what we're doing here at Black Ink Radio. With us both being artists, we care about getting that information out to you and telling you how you cannot be running around the hamster wheel and go to what it is you really want to do, you know, and where you want to take your career and your music, you know. I think that's so important, and I think there's a misconception out there that artists don't want to know. I think they do want to know, that are really serious about their career. I think they really want to know. Would you agree, Rich Mo?
I do, definitely.
Yeah.
There's also something that I want to say, because you've had a couple of showcases, and I feel like, and we talked about teaching this actually.
Yeah.
So whatever your genre or style of music is, for one, you have to know how to perform, right?
Yeah,
it's
you do.
highly important connecting with the audience and actually knowing your song and performing. But then two, I get so confused with hearing this genre of music, but then how the person is represented throws me off.
And you know what? I had to say something. I'm not going to put this person on blast because they was trying, but I will say it offended that guy. You know who I'm talking about. It offended the talent that I had brought out to that event, because this wasn't like an amateur thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't take what you do seriously, please stay off my stage.
Sit down.
You know what I'm saying? Unless I tell you that this is the type of situation that it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be mindful, because you are insulting people like Rich Mo or myself or these other artists who are investing time, money like crazy into what they do. Don't insult these people, because this is what they really do. If you want to go do karaoke, you know, and have a good time, have fun, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing wrong, no problem with that. But people that are really serious, you know, and, you know, I had to apologize to them, because I do handpick people when I'm doing events or shows. And, you know, I gave a person an opportunity, and I kind of really felt like that person did not take what they was doing seriously. You know, especially when you don't remember what you're doing. You know, some stuff that's your own work. You know,
they was on drugs.
So yeah, don't don't do
It
that.
was apparent.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. And if you take it seriously, don't do that, because you know you might have some people that's serious in the room, and they're gonna go, I will never ever give you that opportunity again. I'm saying it's so like Rich Mo. You will never ever happen again. Okay? Don't do that. That's not a good look. You know what I'm saying?
Go sit down.
Absolutely. So I think that's really important. And going back to the brand, as you're saying, like all of that matters. You know, your appearance, your presentation, just in picking the right, look,
Yeah, it has to line up with what you're
everything
doing.
should match up to what
Right.
it is that you're doing.
Right.
I've seen people that come in looking like one thing, and I'm like, I thought they was about to be a rapper, or I thought they, about to do something totally different. It
Right.
just shocks me, and I'm just like, And I really have
doesn't
watched. No, it just doesn't.
I'm confused.
Right, I'm totally
Right.
confused.
I don't want to see them. Let me close my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start
When
over.
I see Rich Mo, one, I know Black Ink. When you say Rich Mo, Black Ink. And I can also
and
see
his
Rich Mo,
music.
right?
Rich
His
Mo is-
music
it's
matches
awesome.
him.
It matches.
It
Yes.
matches him.
you,
Know,
thank you.
exactly. Yes,
It's
it does.
awesome.
Yeah.
No,
Shout out to Rich Mo.
Listen, if y'all have not gone and copped his music, I promise you will
It's
not
dope.
be
It's
disappointed.
dope.
You will
And I
not
got
be
to see Rich
disappointed.
Mo perform for how many minutes on that stage?
30 minutes. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was
That is a
Nice.
goddamn workout. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that was
Nice.
dope. That was
30
dope.
minutes. If you don't know breath control, you in trouble.
Listen,
That's
for
dope.
real though. For
Yeah,
real.
that
But a
was
lot of
dope.
people don't know how to perform, but
Yeah.
it's important.
And I was even like I'm getting my vocal coach because I'm like, I need the help with my breathing and all. Like when I
Right.
move, because when you
Yeah,
start
breath
moving
control,
around
everything.
That's a
and
lot of
dancing
work.
and all, you don't realize like, okay, I need to breathe through it. Now when I'm at home
Right.
practicing and just singing, it's like
It's
it's
something
nothing.
different.
But
It's
when
not
you
the
out
same.
there performing and you're
Your
going to this side
adrenaline's
of the stage,
pumping,
and
you moving.
Then if
yes.
it's hot,
And,
you know, all
oh
these
man, and you
weather
hot,
factors.
you got the sweat pouring down your face. You like,
crazy.
oh my gosh, the lights and all. Listen,
of
I
that.
was like, yeah, I need to, cause I'll go back and look at my stuff and go, ooh, I could have breathed different there, or I could have like not said that but said this.
Right.
Right here to give myself some time to breathe, cause I'm working the stage.
But you've gotten, y'all, she's good.
Whatever. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But you got to be your own worst critic. I think it's good to be your own worst critic because you can always get better.
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you can always get better. I think so. Yeah, I'm actually looking into hiring a vocal coach to help me with that
I
piece.
thought you already got Jay Styles. She be friends.
But he's
y'all.
in Charlotte. So I was trying to
got
have somebody
Jay
here.
Styles.
There she goes. There she gonna put my business out the street.
Right.
How you know Jay's like, no, I'm just kidding. But we get ready to do our little wrap up. And Tamiko, who is also, I didn't tell y'all, is one of my show sponsors. So I really appreciate her coming in and having a conversation and joining the conversation. And let me tell y'all, she is really good. So y'all look at some of my cover work and some of the things that are coming out. My Christmas record is coming out soon too. But look at some of my art as far as the designs for the covers. I've been getting a lot of compliments on that stuff. That is yours truly, right
the
here.
brand
That is
success
her
coach.
at work.
Oh,
That is her at work. Miss Drummond at work. She's doing the darn
Thank
thing.
you. Thank
So, yeah, and she's very, 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 very particular. Very particular. She ain't gonna let you go out looking crazy. I'm gonna tell you
I'm
that
not.
right now.
I can't.
And no way, because
Nope.
that's what, it's also her brand.
My brand. It has to line up. I'm not gonna have you out there looking stupid. I promise you. Money is not that. Money is important to me. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not gonna just take your money and do some foolishness with
That's
it.
right. That's
Ethical.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's only great products.
That's right. All right, Rich Mo, what you got for the people before we get up out of here?
Like I said, this Saturday, KOD, man, day party.
That's right.
It's called a paid in full day party. It's a competition. You can win $1,000. Hit me up in my DM if you want to sign up. You can hit any one of them up, too.
That's
They'll
right.
send you straight on to
We
me.
sure will.
You can win either $1,000, you can win an interview, or you can win to you win all of this. You win $1,000, you win an interview, and you win to open up for Dave East that night in KOD, which means you get to perform twice. All right.
Yeah, that's
We got an event this Friday here at the shop. It's called Rosebud. Pull up if you 420 friendly. Saturday we having a battle in here. Shout out to Bonnie. You know what I'm saying? The rapper Bonnie Godiva, Godiva. I don't know which way I'm going to say that.
One of them.
But I think it's for Godiva chocolate, but
Oh, Godiva.
or it could be
Okay.
Godiva. You know what I'm saying? You know how that
it
shit
could
go.
be. Yeah.
But shout out to
they
Bonnie.
fancy.
You know what I mean? So yeah, pull up, man. This weekend, A3C weekend, there's a lot going on music wise. You know, that's the second biggest conference in America. The first being South by Southwest. So pull up A3C this weekend in Atlanta. We lit.
That's
Nice.
what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. Any final thoughts, Miss Drummond? Anything else you want to share? Let people also know where they can find you. Also, you know, if you need to get a consultant, you know, consulting on your branding.
Right. Hey everyone, again, my name is Tamiko Drummond, known as the Brand Success Coach. Once you choose us, they will never stop talking about you.
about
And
that?
that is a promise, okay? Listen, you can find me at brandsuccesscoach.com. That's my website. And follow me on IG at Brand Success Coach. On my website, you will be able to set up an appointment with me.
All right.
So I do offer 15 minutes free consultation,
All
but
right.
after that, it's paid. And I realize that when it's paid, people are more invested,
Okay.
and so that's why there's that. So I don't really take on everybody, but
Right.
please reach out to me
Absolutely. And they can find you again.
at brandsuccesscoach.com, my website, and on IG at Brand Success Coach.
Awesome. Well, we thank you, Miss Brand Success
Thank
Coach,
you.
and since you are one of the show sponsors, you know, we would love to have you come back and join in with us.
Of course. I love Black Ink Radio. Shout out to Richmond.
Download the app.
Download the app. Watch it on YouTube.
Right?
Black Ink TV.
BlackInkRadio.tv. We'll get it right.
the
We'll get it
website.
right.
BlackInkRadio.tv.
That's what's up. And we thank you for coming in
Thank you
and
for
showing
having
us
me.
that love and giving us some
Appreciate
insight
it.
on branding. Y'all also check me out. I got some TikTok challenges coming up with Watch This Apparel. Also, Rich Mo and I got some artist opportunity coming up for you guys. So y'all stay tuned for that. You'll be seeing some videos and some information coming out on that. So y'all can keep hitting me in the DM, but as soon as I get the information, you'll have it. Also, I'll be having a Where My Ladies At on Clubhouse. So hit me in the DM.
Yes.
You know, I'm looking for my ladies that got some conversation. Y'all know some of my lady divas that run their own dynasty. Y'all hit me up. I would love for you guys to join in the conversation on Clubhouse. So stay tuned for that. I will be sending that information out. Until then, y'all can follow me, DYNASTI55, and go check out that single on Spotify. It is definitely doing very well. I'm very,
Yes,
very
it
happy
is.
about where it's going. Been out about 6 weeks now, 6 or 7 weeks, and now with, again, shout out to Song Source Music Group, who is got me on that radio campaign, and I'm getting them spins, man. We had an
Right.
awesome first week, so looking at charting this record. So y'all stay tuned, and also I got a Christmas special coming up, so y'all look for that. I usually do a Celebrate the Season event, which this will be my 3rd year, so it looks like we're going to be doing that in Eagles Landing with Watch This Apparel. So we will be live, but it will be invite only. So, but y'all can come check it out live. We still going to bring y'all in on the live feed on IG. So until then, we'll see y'all next week on the Dynasty DM Extended Podcast. And if you're an artist out there and you got some music you want me to check out, send it to me, and then I might put you on my artist spotlight moment. So that's another way you can get heard, okay? So hit me in the DM. Y'all know what it is. Dynasty DM Extended Podcast. I'll see y'all next week on Black Ink Radio at 6 o'clock. Get that app.
Black Ink, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now